Hey guys, I'm learning TFT and I'm sharing my learnings with you so that you can learn and I can learn better as well. In this video, I have a coaching session with Marcel where we dive into some Q&A, specifically the Graves and TF build reroll variant. I had a bunch of questions about that. More questions about T-hex, the anivia and sona reroll angle, Yasuo reroll, void mods, priority, um, different ionia, yunara sett variants, anti-Diana positioning and how to anti-anti. We VoD review a bilge, vertical bilge game, and then we do some TFT Dojo training together where we go over 2-1 augment selection and blind selection training. If you want to join the waitlist, apply for TFT Dojo, take a look at the description below or go to tftdojo.com. With that said, I hope you enjoy this coaching session with Marcel.
So I got a bunch of questions, and then I want to go over bilge games specifically.
Okay.
And then we'll see if we have time to go over some of the TFT Dojo like puzzles.
Sounds good. I've been seeing more and more people play, and I tried it out a couple times now, and it went fine. Bilge as the reroll variant instead of 7, and it feels better. I think it feels better early game. Yeah, I'm still not 100% sure the optimal way to do it, but I've taken like good placements with it, and some of the fights have felt close against some of the late game boards. But it feels like a third place farmer is what it feels like. But maybe I'm optimizing it wrong.
Okay, so that was kind of my first question is when do you kind of stick around at 6 and try to roll for Graves 3, or do you even roll on 6? And like when are you going for Graves 3 versus just the standard push level variant?
I think that they're both. There's also TF3. And I think you just end up playing whatever makes you strongest early, in my opinion. So if you have played quite a few, how much 7 builds have you played? Like playing towards MF and then 5 cost? I played a lot of that.
Yeah, a lot.
You play a
Well, I
lot?
don't know a lot, but like a medium amount.
Yeah, I played a fair amount of that, and there are games where you start with bilge, but you don't find the early shops or like build shops or natural shops to get you to like 5 bilge and 7 bilge like ahead of tempo. And at least in my experience, those 7 bilge games feel so much worse than the ones where you hit all the stuff you want to hit right away. Like you hit GP and Nautilus by like 2-5 ideally, and then you're able to level to 7 on like 3-2 or 3-3, and then you get Fizz, and then you have 7, and then you buy an item, and then you kind of just snowball. Right? And those games feel really good. But the games where you don't have those, the line feels way worse in my opinion. Like when you're like slightly like only medium ahead of tempo, and then there's someone that's stronger in the lobby somehow because you're playing like 7 bilge, right? Or 5 bilge, and you're not that strong, and then you don't win streak, and then you just kind of flounder. And then you don't find an MF in your shop, and then you're like, where's my one MF to hit 7 bilge? And then you're MF 1 on stage 4, and then you're just dead. And then you just kind of fall behind and you're dead. So if you can sort of recognize that your build spot looks like that, it feels a lot better when your early shops. Basically, you can think of it this way: like your early shops are either high rolled for the 7 build line, or they're high rolled for the 3 build line. And the 3 build line high rolls are like you find a bunch of TFs, you find a bunch of Graves, you find a bunch of dupes, you buy all the 15 stat shards because those are actually very good in terms of augment. Like in terms of augments, they're I think if you buy all the 15, it's already like almost like a gold augment, a gold combat. It's like it's approaching like tons of stats value, which is a gold augment. It doesn't give you the mana, of course, but like everything else is like approaching that. Uh, and then you are guaranteed like very strong on stage 3 because you are gonna have like your TFC or Graves too. You're gonna be willing to make items for those units. So like for TF, you're willing to make like Morello or Void Staff or Archangel or Rage Blade. Um, and then you take item augments. So I think one game I even took like a Radiant TG, and I just played both TF3 and Graves 3 because I had TF items and Grave 3 items. Graves 3 items. So you can really spike stage 3, and then your HP is so high that and then you're still strong on stage 4 because your board doesn't fall off that hard, especially if you're at the 3 stars. So I was of the opinion that you can roll quite a bit on 6 because you have the promise of hitting the 3-star really early with the build shops. Whereas like if you kind of delay, you can, but you have to be really sure you'll win your rounds, I guess, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Because I think it tends to fall off unless you like high roll your level 8 shops to like find the 5 cost right away. Because the board is kind of, unless there's an optimized variant of it on stage 4 that I don't know, the board doesn't feel that amazing eventually on like level 8 until you
Okay.
get to the 5.
A couple follow-up questions for this. Does this make it so that you are more willing to angle this if you don't get 3 billion on 2-1? Because this one, like, you really need to kind of snowball, like you mentioned. But are you more willing to play this variant if you get it on like 2-3 or even 2-5?
I haven't tried that. You probably could, but I think the thing with this is like it's usually an early TF2 or Graves 2 that gets you there, and I guess you could try to play into that from like you roll in 2-3 for Bard and then you find 3
Right.
TFs, but you could try that. I haven't tried that. I just usually my 2-3 roll down doesn't include like buying several copies of TF, but I haven't been in that spot, but I guess you could.
Okay. Yeah, that was
I
gonna be
don't
my
think it would
second
be bad.
question.
I don't think it would be
Um,
horrible.
I guess if you were willing to do that, what item components or 2-1 augment would make it more likely that you would consider holding TFs on your 2-3 Bard roll down?
It would have to be TF item. Because the thing is you can't have any graves in that roll down is the annoying thing, right? You have to be very like cognizant of buying like a million Alawi, so you have like an early Alawi 3 maybe, and then a bunch of TFs. I think that's the reason why. It's because you already lost a bunch of graves odds, which is a little annoying, right? But if you have like I'm trying to think what TF setup would allow you to get there. Maybe like okay. Maybe like Rod Bow tier. Something like Rod Bow tier, and then you don't have any of the Ionias, and then Leona's like two weight. It'd probably be something like that. And then I find a million TFs, and I have some econ augment that allow me to roll in 2-3, and then you're like, okay, fine. Like I'll just play like Rageblade, Void Staff, or you can make any of those items. Archangel, Rageblade, or Void Staff, and they're all good on TF.
Okay, so this really is both TF and Graves reroll. Like
You don't
wanna
have to
go-
have both. It's just you're just willing to play around whichever one your items allow you to spike off, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, I do think that Nautilus 3 really helps this comp, but that one is far less guaranteed, I think, because it's so much more expensive to buy the copies in the build shop, especially if you're playing mostly 3 and 5. You're not going to really have enough to like buy 50 cost copies.
Mhm. How does the TF and Graves interact again? Like this Partners in Crime here doesn't say what bonus it.
Put that meta TFT one to be sure. Misstated, but I thought it wasn't. Like TF marks a bunch of units here. Oh wait, why doesn't it say it in the? It doesn't say it in the meta TFT either.
Oh, never mind. I found it. Graves
Grave
gains 2% stacking AS when attacking TF's marked targets.
I thought it was Graves benefits from TF. But I don't know what TF
TF
gets from.
If Graves kills a marked target, gain 10% AP until end of combat.
Okay, yeah. See, you ideally, yes, you have both strong, but I feel like the Graves benefit from TF sounds way better than the TF benefit from Graves.
Okay, so if you could somehow choose between the two, which rarely are you able to, you prefer Graves 3 over TF3 if you can only pick one.
I think the Graves is it scales a little worse into late game, whereas TF. So when you have Graves, you have really good single target, I think. When you have TF, you have really good AoE damage. So it's sort of you sort of that has its upsides and downsides, right? Like you end up starving for single target late game unless you hit the kindred, basically. and then with TF3, whereas with Graves 3, you kind of need like to hit all your AoE units, like your Senna, your MF2, so that you have complementary damage.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think the Graves 3 is slightly better because it's not that hard to have like you can have like Captain's Brew AP items on a TF2 with a bunch of stats from Bilge, and like that can be your AoE sort of with MF. I think that one's a little better, but you just kind of play whatever you're from ahead, I think.
Okay. And what percentage of Bilge games, now that like this reroll variant is kind of in the meta, what percentage of Bilge games do you estimate is ideal for reroll versus like pushing levels?
I would think you play the reroll a lot more often than the pushing levels. Pushing levels is like a high roller's line. It's like you find 5 by like 2-5, and then like you have like a really good streak, and then you hit like 2-star Nautilus, so you can't lose stage 3, and then you find MF early. Like I feel like that line sounds way more conditional in my mind. I think people have played up how like reliable it is to play that line well, unless I'm playing it really wrong. It just feels like there are like so many conditions to make it like stay ahead of tempo.
So you're thinking like something like 70% reroll, 30%
I
push
think so.
levels?
I think it's something like that. Yeah. It's also very reliant on hitting 5 costs on 8, I think.
Right.
To like stay strong. Or you're really weak on stage 4.
How specific are the items for Graves and EF? Like, I imagine not too specific.
I thought for Graves it was fairly specific. I thought for Graves it was just like the crit package exactly. Like it was like IE QSS. I could be wrong with that, but that's my understanding. It's like IE plus AS, and you don't want he's like you want damage. You don't want like much healing if any.
I.e.
And then
QSS seems core.
yeah, and then for TF, the TF items I'm not fully sure on. My understanding is that it's fairly flexible.
Definitely want Captain's Brew.
But I'm not sure if it's, if when you have anti-heal components, like how much are you supposed to value Captain's Brew? Because it does give the chill, but the burn is like already like the benefit of the burn is already heavily mitigated. So my feeling is that you don't want anti-heal that badly early, and you just use the burn.
This
I know
stuff
it's not
does
anti-heal, but like
a
you
lot
just
better.
yeah, I feel like something like that looks good.
Okay, so then these items are actually quite specific. You want love
I
gloves
don't
and
think you
bows.
truly need rage, by the way. I don't think rage is like a necessity.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
this
you can
is
get by
bad.
with that.
JG.
I think as long as you have AS, like you just have like some like 2 bow items. I think it's playable. GS Void. I feel like it's fine as long as you have other sources of damage besides TF. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yep. T-hex, the caster variant. Have you played that at all?
I mean I've seen it quite a bit. I haven't played it nor seen it in any of my games.
Okay.
The few people I've seen try it, not see, the few people I've chatted with that have tried it out have said that it feels a lot worse. But I think it's like if you have so many copies of Sona or anivia, and that's what you consider it, I don't think you should be willing to play Hog or Loot. I mean, I think if you just have like really, really free, like a million copies of one, and then you also find like that it's not that contested, like it's only 2-8. That'd be my guess as to when you should be willing to play this variant. But how many ways willing to play contested? I think it does depend on your spot. If your spot is really good, based on your components and your copies and your augments, I think the augment could really push other people off. Slash, you can even contest like 3-way if you have like prismatic ticket or stuff like that and copies. but it feels a lot more augment dependent. Because some augments really give you so much more ability to hit the whole board and then go 9.
Okay. I assume you're
Yeah,
not willing
I
to
don't
play these two, Aug and
um
Lulu.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I will say about the contest, it's not truly contested if you roll on 9 way ahead of them. So it feels contested, I guess, in that you lose 1 TX copy, which is like a little annoying for your odds. But the Caitlyn 3 doesn't feel like in 1 cost copies, it's not like that crazy significant. And then like the 3 copies of each of the other guys is like, I feel like it's not like that painful either, especially if you have good augment to find this stuff. The most painful thing is really the TX2, because that's like the most important upgrade eventually, right? And so as long as you're in a spot to roll, and that to be fair is up to RNG, because if you hit mining drill or they hit mining drill, that can also really affect it.
Yeah.
But assuming you're like I think I contested once with, I think it was Shunga. And I contested him twice in one day randomly. I beat him both times. But he I think I had like infinite gold. I was like savings account into like Priz ticket, and he was like rolling on 8. It just did not feel fair. Like we both hit mining drill, and then like I rolled on 9 with infinite, and he just sat there and died. I think he died in like 8.
With savings account, are you rolling for Bard if you're playing Kate?
Yeah. I roll for Bart anyway, and I just proc savings out on 4-1. Like on 3-7, on 3-7. Like you're guaranteed to proc it on 3-7 anyway if you like make every interval. You just have to like start paying attention to your interest count on like 3-3, and like make sure like you make the appropriate intervals to make it by 3-7.
So
Which
then
it's not that hard.
okay, you're
You have to slow roll 70 basically.
okay,
For
slow roll 70, yeah.
Slow roll 70, and then eventually like you're allowed to dig like 60 for maybe one turn or 2 turns. And then you'll still get there.
Okay, that makes sense.
But you have to like basically full sell on like 2.
Right. Yasuo, are you willing to play from non-darkened sky spot?
I'm not well versed in Yasuo. I played it a couple times, and I haven't figured this line out for myself. So non-darkened scythe, I think I played it once from like roll down in 2-3, find infinite Yasuos and Bard, where it went well. The other times it didn't go so well. So I'm not. Yeah, I can't say I get advice really well on this.
Void mods, what's your prio between Baron 1 versus Kaisa 2 for adrenaline versus leeching versus
I thought that I thought they always do leeching on. I was surprised that quite a few people are arguing for adrenaline on Baron, because I don't feel like he attacks often enough. Unless I'm misunderstanding how his ult stacks the amp from adrenaline. I also have the understanding that the most valuable mod here, out of everything in terms of the effect, is the gunblade healing from leeching. All right, so I'll put it this way. I'll put it this way. Out of all of the effects, the one that Baron utilizes the best is first it's spines, I think, and then it's leeching. That's my understanding. And so I would have thought that you want, and because like 70% of your team's damage is coming from Baron, whether a 1-star or a 2-star. My logic is that you want to put whatever is best on Baron first, and everything else happens. Everything else like is just an afterthought, because your team's damage is 70% Baron, and so because of that, yeah, I had been putting leeching / spines on my Baron. I don't know if I was offered both, which one's better, but I've been prioritizing leeching on Baron. I'm not sure.
Okay. That's what I would have thought too, and that's what Brosif said. I saw Wasian put leech or
Adrenaline on. He puts adrenaline on his Baron. I
Yeah.
don't believe in that one. Yeah. I think I saw Dojo doing it as well. I think it's because Wasian was doing it. But then I think he quoted and said that he thought that Brosef said it. I think he's confused as to what his source is. But if Brosef is saying it's also what I'm saying, then just do that.
Well, Brosif said leeching over spikes. But
Okay, yeah.
I think someone said you can't get both in because you're always guaranteed adrenaline.
Oh, really? Okay, that makes sense. I feel like I've not seen like the Giga Abyss, which is like spines leeching and the Carapace. So that makes sense then. If it's yeah, that you're never offered both leeching and spines.
Okay, so all right, just it seems like everybody's different opinions on this one.
Um, I feel like what Rosef and I are saying is almost the same, right? The
Yeah,
one thing he's saying is leeching over spikes, but that one I said I'm not even sure.
or leeching
But I
over
think
adreneline.
what I, but yeah,
Or sorry,
I think we
adrenaline
both agree
over
on.
leeching. Because Weijin did that. Adrenaline over leeching on Baron.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I am basically on the same page with Brosef, and then Wajan seems to be slightly different.
Okay, maybe Weijin will change his opinion. All right. Yunara set variants. Brosif like put out a video on these variants. I usually just play this one and maybe the wait, he didn't even put it here. The Ari and the Swain one.
Yeah,
Um,
I like the Ari Swain one. Um, I think a lot of these variants are viable. So my the way I've been playing it is if you're like way ahead and you want to play Yunara, I think playing around Rise is the best one. Is one of the best ones. If you're projected at Rise items and you have gold to roll on a 9,
the
I think playing around
Lissandra Freljord one.
yeah, that one's also like a little like Priz BFL gated to some extent, but I think that line is very good if you're gonna get to 9. That being said, it's like also kind of hard if like you're contested on your R because if you plan to go 9 and then roll, like you may lose a bunch of units. So like that one is a little suspicious in that regard, I guess. But when you have really good setup like BFL, I feel like it's really worth considering. Um, and then the set variant, I play almost always from ahead because I feel like um it's not as strong when you don't have all the 5 costs, I feel. And so yeah, this is like the variance of like having Illusion or um the RE plus it's like RE instead of Jin, right? Basically. But like I think Jin can be stronger if you have items on Lucian. I think this variant feels a lot weaker on 8 when you don't like you either have to have like to guarantee win on 8, you have to have a bunch of the 5 costs or you like you 2-star everything. And
Mhm.
then it feels strong on 8. But ideally, I think these spots you from ahead such that like you just hit like some of this board, and then you kind of flex some of the other units. Like I've even gone 9 with like Braum 2 on the board randomly, and you just play Xin and then like I'm 1-star Wukong, but like I have a Braum 2 holding my items, and then I go 9. And then you get to the 5 cost eventually. So I think you can actually flex this level 8 quite a bit. If you're from ahead. If you're from behind, like you have to click the exact units, and I feel like this line sucks from behind.
Okay. And in this spot here, how do you think about RE2 versus set 1?
What is the ionia here?
I think it was gold.
With these items, it's probably better on Ari, I feel. I feel like the set likes to. Oh, so I've been watching my set fights closely for a bit now, and uh the difference between set coming back with full mana versus not really changes like how reliable he is. Um so I feel like you really want him. There are like two things. You really want him like sort of on the right side of your board because
Yeah.
you lose like 1 second of uptime when he's on the left side. Sometimes though, if he's on the right side, you really also don't want him casting before he runs back. You want him to like not cast. That way he comes back with a lot of mana. If he comes back and his mana bar is really low, you run the risk at 1-star, especially or even a 2-star of him not even casting on post sit up. And so with this build, I would be a little suspicious that he would just like not cast post sit up
What
because he's not.
itemization would cause you to want to itemize set here?
It would be like a little more crit and more healing. Like when he has the Titans, I would want some healing, and then I think the crit really like what's been the case for a while now is that with true damage packages, the crit just feels really broken. Whether it's because it like one shots and kills everything. I think that's been the case in TFT for a while now, and so your JG Hodge stuff like that.
Diana. Okay, Diana position.
I've been doing anti a lot actually. I feel like it's fairly reliable. You just do a B4. You just do B4 instead of the anti Akali was B3, but somehow the way the Diana works, you just do B4 and then you're good.
Okay, so it should be
As the
here.
Diana player.
As a Diana player should be here.
Yeah, it should be yeah. This one is wrong. This one is wrong. This guy did B3, right? And
Okay.
this one will not work, as far as I know. The
Oh,
Diana
no.
will walk into like Skarner's area here.
Or it did actually jump on my
It
Yunara.
did. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it's unreliable, I guess.
It's like inconsistent.
The B3 is inconsistent. The B4 has never failed.
In the case that you are the Yunara player, what's your like standard algo to counter Diana? Like
If I'm
if
not mistaken, you could just move set back one. And I think if you just do that, I think that
uh
with one hex. One hex
Okay.
back, like you put it on like B7. I think that one's good enough. I'm not that used to work with Akali, I think, but I'm not 100% sure if that works with Diana. I think it might work.
if Diana's B4 though, then we need to go probably to C7.
I'm not sure.
And then if you're Diana, you can move to B3.
Yeah, but it starts to really suck because then you're delaying so much for it starts to not work for other boards at that point. Or like you're delaying your first Diana cast versus other boards. So you'll rarely see people like counter your B3, your B7 or C7.
Okay.
And also doing that also sucks into other boards in that your right side now is like getting collapsed on. Like
Right.
like your Yunara is gonna get walked on by a big tank in some matchups.
Is this front line like how do you do this last unit usually? And do you have a prio on these 3 units as well as like
Oh,
which
this
these
positioning
type
to
of
me looks suspicious because if there's a Renekton on like A7, you're dead. And unless you know you're fighting this guy for sure. Because like it's gonna kill your set and then it has like 50-50 of going onto your. Actually, that's not true because your set actually blocks the pathing. Maybe the set is a good way to do this. I just get scared when the right side looks weak like this. But it looks like here like your set will block the hex and then units will walk onto Skarner, which is probably fine actually.
if they do have a Renekton, how do you usually position this?
One thing I will say, this positioning falls prey to the Yunara walking up. So because you have to be careful. I think in this exact setup it's fine, but like because set blocks the hex, Yunara can take a target on your opponent's A1. So like right in front of set here, let's say, right?
Mhm.
And then when when set does sit-ups, that unit, assuming you have another tank on A6 and A5, let's say, for example, or let's say a tank walks into A6 eventually, and then you have a tank on A5, the opponent's tank that was autoing the set is now going to be blocked, right? Because the set is walking back. And so that tank is going to walk backwards. And then your Yunara, it's happened to me twice now. Your Yunara is going to chase that tank. And your Yunara is going to walk up to the B row. And sometimes
Oh.
even, C row and B row.
Yeah, I've seen
So I've
that
been
too.
avoiding going same side set Yunara. Because of that exact scenario.
So then how are you gonna position against Diana then? You're gonna go left side set?
I do set left side unless like I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
I think that one is more for like not anti-Diana, but like just generally, I'm just saying like you just have to be cautious with set Yunara same side. I think if you're like in the anti-Diana setups, it's not as bad because you typically don't fill out that entire row such that opponent tanks have to walk backwards. Like here, your opponent tank is very rarely gonna walk backwards, but like in setups where you have it's well, yeah, when you're not anti-Diana, that it could happen more easily.
Okay. In the case that they do have a Renekton,
let's say I have this set over here.
Mhm.
How do you position anti-Diana and anti-Renekton?
Anti-Dana and anti-Renekton. Oh, I feel like it's kind of hard. No, I gotta just do this and pray. But I think the thing you can do is like, uh, there's the thing is C1 is also really suspicious against Renekton, but you just pray that they aggro bug. To be honest, like with the Renekton Diana, it's so likely that you start autoing the Diana or the Renekton because of there are two melees now in the middle of the board.
Okay, so you just keep this.
I've been keeping this, yeah, but I have strongest tank on A7 is what I do. When I have strongest tank on A7, it doesn't feel that bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this specific spot where
I don't do it like this. I do Swain one hex. If you want to have Swain, you can do Swain the middle if you like Swain middle, but and then your other tank has to go behind set. So
oh
like
right, because that way this corner won't aggro this. You
yeah,
want set.
you just
Okay.
don't want the unit on A2. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. This is okay though,
It's
right?
usually Shen. I put Shen on B1 typically in the setup.
Okay.
Like that. And then I also really don't like a unit on D3. I like my units on any hex, but my other range units on the D row, I have them D1, D2, and D4 are all fine. I never have a unit on D3.
Never
D3 is
here.
yeah, a unit on D3 will very often drag the next cast onto Yunara. Because the
Oh,
hexes that are hitting D3 will then hit Yunara next.
I see. Okay, that makes
Yeah, but D4 and D5 are fine. I just don't like D3.
okay. So whenever you play this that variant, you're pretty much always going set left then against
Uh,
Diana.
I'm not a default anti Diana, but like against Diana, uh, I think it's only if they have Renekton or you're worried about right side, right? But I think that generally I like to do this, yeah.
Okay, let's say no Renekton, then that's still left side because you don't want Yunara walk up, right?
You can kind of do against Diana, you can kind of not worry about this walk up Diana, the Yunara walk up thing because your right side's not gonna get filled, right? Your right side is not getting
Okay,
filled.
so if no Renekton, you're fine with set here, and then strongest tank here.
To be honest, as I look at this, even with Renekton, like what's gonna happen is he's gonna hit the set and then he's gonna walk to the left. I feel like even with Renekton, it's fine to do set right side. The set right side thing with Yunara being right side is just mostly when you're not playing anti Diana and you're playing like a setup where your front line is gonna get filled.
Okay, so then not if you know you're not Diana, then you probably prefer Yunara over here, right? And then set
The other thing I don't like about left side Yunara is against opposing sets. Against opposing sets, I almost never like any units on left side of my board.
right, that makes sense.
Because you'll pick up a tank and usually the set will just hitting your whole left side.
Okay, so then in the mirror matchup, you are preferring left side.
I think solo front set is better because
Oh, okay.
if you go left side, it depends. Yeah, it depends where they put their units, but I think I do like semi solo front set.
Okay, something like this.
It also makes it harder to like um choose how their Yunara angle is gonna come in, which is good because if they're good at positioning, like they'll just fuck you on Yunara angle, but here you can't really tell what's gonna happen.
Okay. Yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of nuance in the positioning. This
Let's go over the game. Oh wait, no, not this one.
Enforce equilibrium.
So this is a game where I high rolled like a lot of the rebuild and everything early on.
Okay, you slammed Q.
You not like that slam?
It's honestly, I feel like if I had this slam, then I'm more willing to play a TF variant from
Okay, so
QSS because the items are already like Grave slash TF. I mean, I think it's okay, but here I would think you're committed to like the reroll variant with this.
okay, that makes sense. Then is it portable forge? I don't know what artifacts are good on this line.
Actually, I haven't looked at artifacts for these guys. I would think it's actually Prize Fighter, but could be wrong. I think it's Prize Fighter.
Prize fighter. Lich Bane looks pretty good.
Yeah, I guess Lichbane is if the other artifacts are good on these guys, then maybe it is Forge. But I like Prize Fighter because your open rod, and then you can itemize towards Graves or TF here, and then you can itemize towards both even, and then like you're projected to like be strong stage 3, so you'll probably proc another item. So I feel like it's gonna be strong.
Okay, so if you take Prize Fighter, you're default angling the reroll variant.
Not necessarily. Like if you had like an early GP2, you could kind of try. But like I think yeah, in this spot with TF pair, I'm expected to just play on a TF2 as my main item holder. Is my
Okay.
thought. Like the most of the game.
All right. I have not played any of this reroll variant, so I was not thinking that at all.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll
But
watch
I
the
will
game.
moving forward.
What is the portal?
Um,
The mostly for advanced loan because it really matters for advanced loan if it's golden golem.
I actually don't remember. I don't. Info. It might be gold sub.
Okay.
But maybe it's not. We'll see.
Are you frontline paired? I forget. I don't think so, right? You're just no, you're not. With this QSS slam here, I think I would prefer advanced loan.
What's your thought process?
I would just try to like jam 7 early stage 3. So I would like play it slow stage 2, and then I try to like jam 7, roll a bit, and then just try to play 7 builds or like some strong level 7 board on like 3-2. And you just pray you don't hit. If you hit prismatic on 3-2, you're dead. but your odds are low, right? It's very low. It's like 10%, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like savings account here because savings account makes you play slow on stage 3 to proc the thing.
Right. Okay. So Bilge
And with
specifically
Bilge, you
wanna
don't want
play
to play.
strong stage 3. Okay.
Yeah, like it's fine to play stage 2 slow. Ideally, you're strong by like 2-5 with your build shops and your natural shops and your item slam. But with this now, like you're not going to be strong stage 3. Whereas I was down to leverage advanced loan to be strong stage 3 by just sending it.
And what do you think about this? Is not a bard spot, right? Or just in general, do you do bard with Bilge?
I think it's actually more doable in the reroll variant because you're allowed to roll a bit and you don't need that much gold. But generally, I haven't been because you kind of like the slots. You're already like down slots because you're playing some weird ass trade in Bilge. So like, yeah, I think you'd have to be like heavily paired. If you're heavily paired, then and you like want to win, then I think it's fine. The roll for bar. Like here, you could just go JG and you just go really strong TF item. You just go like QSS That sounds reasonable. Or you go, I don't know if there's a rage blade, but I feel like I would imagine QSS sounds good because crit or amp items should be good on this guy.
So how I think this falls under one of those situations of like I do have 5 builds early. Are you like what's the inflection point in how you kind of think about re-rolling at this spot?
Yeah, I still
versus
don't like the spot very much because you're not gonna be strong stage 3. Like for me here, you hire all the units, sure, but like your item
Okay.
slams are not great, and then your copy count, like you're not. I guess you're Laui paired, but like for me, it's more so like your augment value isn't going to come until so much later. This is like looking to be like a weak stage 2 into also weak stage 3 in my projection.
Mhm. So if I
And I
had
don't like
the
advanced
other
loan.
augment advanced loan, how would that change the assessment if at
Oh,
all?
I think it's a lot better. Advanced loan or like going long or like hustler. These augments that allow you to just gem level 7 because then you can be semi strong 3-2. You have a chance of hitting like 7 builds really early, and you can like roll. Like here, you can't really roll on the next stage because of. I mean, you probably could, but like you're not gonna proc your savings account until so much later if you do that. Upgrade both. Okay, yeah, I like this. But I think you only became. Were you projected Nautilus too at this point? Did you have your dupe and Nautilus in your shop previously? If so, then the spot changes quite a bit on 2-5. Did you know that? You heard that? No. Oh, you didn't. You did.
Graves and Duke. I think I natural the lot, and
Sure, gotcha.
then it was easy
Okay.
from there.
Yeah. I don't like one. Ooh. One is strongest right now, but it feels so mid. Can you go back to the first options again? Yeah, it's like 2 is like semi interesting, but you don't have enough items to play the reroll variant, I think. Like the Draven line. Um, yeah, I don't think we have enough items to believe we're gonna get the Kraken and whatnot. So it's either 1 or 3 here, obviously. I feel like it's. I'm having a hard time choosing here. I feel like it's 1 because I think 1 is slightly strong. It's not slightly. It's 1 is stronger right now, and then when you proc savings account, you're gonna have a lot of gold. You're gonna get a 2-star 5 cost is pretty high, and I feel like the value of this dupe is gonna be high pretty soon.
Gives me a higher likelihood of hitting TK too.
Yeah, TK2 or like any 2-star that can really spike you because you're gonna proc savings account and have a lot of gold. And I feel like Giant and Mighty is like it's very later, way later, but right now you don't even need nothing from a front line. You lack damage. So I think it's 1.
And I'm taking a pick. I also high roll the MF in the shop. But now, how do you think about pushing 7 to get 7 billion despite having savings account? Like, which one do you prio?
Yeah, this is why I didn't want to take savings account, but if I had to be in this spot now. Also, by the way, I think you could win this off of blue and blue red. I'm not
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Uh, mm, yeah. This is exactly the spot that I didn't want to be in. But now that you are in the spot, uh, are you looking at your savings account?
Yeah, I think pretty sure I checked it earlier.
Can you if you prog it by 4-1, I think it's fine. As long as you prog it by 4-1 here, I think it's fine to send level 7.
here.
That'd be my thought. Okay, so you're 22. So you have to get how many rounds? Is it? It's not including this round yet, right? So you're going to be at
Yeah.
27 after this round. So you have to proc 23 more, and you have 4 rounds to proc it by 4-1. You have 23. So you have to go like 6-6-6-5. Yeah, you have to go 6-6-6-5. Some combination of that. So if you level next turn, I feel like you're not going to get it by 4-1 if you level next turn.
Then
Unless you go
losing out 7 bills compared to 5 bills is an additional 2 gold value per turn, I believe.
Oh, for me, it has more to do with just that having the savings account by 4-1 is mandatory. It doesn't have to do with how much gold you're losing. Because if you don't have saving health by 4-1, you have to send level 8 anyway on 4-2, right? Like in the way this line works.
Mhm.
And if you send it on level 8 and you have to go 0, then you literally cannot proc your savings account. And then if you end up not allowing yourself to send 0, then you're just going to lose too much HP. That'd be my thought process.
Okay, that makes sense.
Uh,
Do you like glove here more or MF pair?
what are or a QSS? No open component.
Yeah.
Uh, I I think it's MF. You just pray. Like I think this bot is horrible. I think you take the MF, you pray you hit backline item.
Okay. And I ended up pushing levels. And also that's a mistake, right? I should be waiting for the is 7 builds before I reroll that. Because we're trying to fish for
Yeah, I think so. We're trying to fish a backline item. I think so. Yeah, I think
okay.
should some. Yeah, we're just so weak. I guess we beat this guy. So now, what is our? So you're blocking on mid stage 4, I guess. Is your plan?
I assume this is Bark Knuckles.
Yeah. I actually don't like buying this Bark Knuckles because you want to buy the item after you see your item drops. Because if you drop 2 tank items here, this Bark Knuckles is going to be so low value.
I see.
And like the MF is guaranteed value now. Like you lack damage. I know the MF has no items, but like it's still an upgrade backliner, your best backliner, and you can move the QSS to it, and then it gives you what you don't have, which is damage, more of what you don't have, and then you decide on your bilge item after you see your drops. So I would buy that.
Isn't like having more tank items still okay though? Because I can itemize a main tank and DK.
For me, it has more to do with you can be in a spot where you have 0 backline items next stage, and then
Right.
your board is just unplayable.
Okay.
You leave yourself in a spot where you have an unplayable board, which is like very scary.
I ended up getting to MF2 on 4-1 anyway.
Oh, you dropped. Okay, your drop super justified your take, but yeah. Yeah. I just think I feel like your item drops are illegal. But, okay. Where's your savings account proc? Is it like 4-3? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so much better. Yeah. Your beef. Oh, it's like
No,
4-2 or
4-3.
4. Yeah, 4-3.
I assume we just want combat here. We have, well, yeah, because we probably have enough items.
Yeah, you bought no stats so far, right? Which is fine. But, okay. I like best friends a lot in this meta, but oh, these are interesting. I think it's 2. It's just too good, but you generally don't want full frontline solo when you're second wind, but
When you're what?
when you have second wind. Oh, I don't like this Nautilus buy.
Oh,
You're
okay,
buying
no.
it to get the 3-star.
Yeah, I was thinking I could, but it ended up not working out, so I sold it anyway.
Yeah,
I
I
should
feel
be
like
buying stats.
there's no rush to buy that. Also, when you buy 7 bilge, okay, this is what I've been doing, and it's felt way better for me. Whenever you're at 7 bilge and you buy something and you don't like the rest of your slots, you should always buy with 3 bilge on the board.
Oh,
I think it's really important because that gets you to the shop refresh. The shop refresh rate feels way higher, or at the very least, whatever's behind the slot is something you can easily buy. Whereas when you buy with 7, you're super gambling on the next spot being something that is clickable for you.
Right.
There are way more unclickables behind a 7 Bilge than behind a 3 Bilge. If that makes
Okay.
sense.
And then here, I assume I should be rolling down for like a 2-star 4-cost tank. Is that not right?
Oh wait, by the way, does this? I think the Diana on the left side will hit your MF here with some because you have no backliner. I thought you needed a bait with this.
The Diana here?
Diana like next to your Nautilus. I think like if they put in their A2, I think that can easily go in your MF because you don't have
Oh,
you don't have a backline bait. I thought you needed the TF where the
okay.
fizz is.
So I should be playing TF over like
I thought so. Yeah.
this. Okay.
Over fizz or GP. Yeah. And then
Are you rolling
what was
down
that?
here? And then also, are you feeding TK?
You haven't no, I think you try to go 9 here because you have the gold after you proc your savings account to just play around 5 cost. Am I feeding TK here? Let's see, you have 30 gold, you're 64 to level. I think you should. Yeah, you're projected to hit TK. I think I'd feed him like the 1-star, one cost tanks
Okay.
for now.
I already got the gold, by the way, so I'm not getting more than that.
Oh, you already got that. You already got. Oh. I feel like you want to roll here. Your front line is like your units are 2 or 2 1-starred.
Yeah.
If you already proc the gold here, we're too far from 9. I would roll, and then if you high roll your roll down, you can 9 and 5-2. If you low roll your roll down, you can 9 and 5-5.
Okay, so you're rolling until you find a 2-star, another 2-star 4-cost tank, probably.
It doesn't have to be exactly that. I just have to hit some. Like it's more so that the rest of your board is like it's just too unupgraded.
Okay,
Like
so
Alawi
like
one
these
adders.
guys.
Yeah, I'd really want to cycle 3 build shops so I can upgrade the Alawi. Like I would be willing to spend on the Alawi, and then I kind of want like I would drop out a 7 here for a few turns. Like if I want to go 9, I feel like I would want to go I want to go like Swain and like a random 5 cost and like stuff like that.
So at this point in the game, you're already thinking about dropping out of 7 Bilge.
It's because your HP is not that high, right? You're 59.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like if HP is higher, I'm down to stay, but like it has to do with your HP.
Okay.
If I was 90 HP, I would sit on this board for sure.
Yeah.
Is this? Okay, I guess it's tankier. Yeah, okay, this is better. This is better. It's like, where's our next spike coming from? I guess it's like TK2. We just have no damage. Like we're just solo MF. Okay, I guess looking at this board, I would be worried about my damage. And I'd be wanting to put more backliners on the board somehow. Like I think
Yeah.
this Braum is like not doing anything.
So you don't like me rolling more there?
I don't mind you rolling more, but can we look at your shops again? Did we skip anything that could have been backline? It just looks weird to me that there's no TF on this board. Let's see. Oh, the Braum is dead, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because
the
I
Brahms.
got the Nautilus. Nautilus
Sorry,
would be better.
the roll down was on 4-3, or I want to see like the. Sorry, I feel like the board ended up in a weird state. Okay, yeah, I want to see the full roll down. Okay, yeah.
Or no, wouldn't I roll 4-5?
4-5.
Okay, here.
Okay, going. Yeah, we're not TF2, whatever, it's fine. That fiddle. We didn't buy the graves. Ambessa, I would buy Ambessa here.
Oh, okay.
Like you kind of need. I'm just looking at this board. You just need damage, right? Like you have so much tankiness. Like look at your augments. You have
Right.
but you just need damage.
So I should be
'Cause you're-
holding. I should not have sold the Fizz there. Like Fizz 2 could be damaged too.
Yeah, I think fist, like I just need any supplemental damage units.
Okay.
Let's see what else you have in Shaw. You didn't see that many units, I guess, because you bought so many tanks.
So
I
would
don't think
you-
you're meant to even buy. Once you hit the character, you can just sell the Broms. You can sell the Loris.
Okay.
You can even sell the Wukongs. Like these guys don't even do anything anymore because you already have
Okay.
enough meat.
So one
for it.
2-star 4-cost tank is enough. Especially since I have the augments that
Mostly
give me
because of your
hits.
augments, yeah, mostly because you're. But now they're trying to go 9, but the board state is still like kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like here, I would want Fiddle over Braum.
Right. Yeah, Brom's dead.
Yeah, I guess you just made the wrong. Yeah, this is fine though. Yeah, it's
And
Fiddle.
then should I have been buying the stat cards for damage then, like the 80 AP one?
I think here you're not really. Yeah, you're meant to after you buy the. Oh. I thought you would want. I guess this is good. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You go with TK. I kind of want a backline one to itemize another backline, but this is fine, I guess, because you have a TK. Okay, now we have Kindred. Okay, cool. Now you're done to play this with like some quick striker.
Okay. I did not even buy Kindred.
Oh, so like I was just looking at the board state. The board state just looks very like malformed, right? Like
Yeah.
in terms of balance. How often are you thinking about board balance like generally throughout the game? Like here, it should like be very like something should be lining up in your head. Like I have one backliner,
Right.
like and you should be wondering, is that okay? And there are some spots where that's okay. Very specifically when your backliner is a ramping unit, which MF is like I guess, but like she's like solo MF carry is just so mid.
I guess I was thinking that I just didn't have items for Kindred. I mean, I guess I could have a Rage Blade and like what Nasher here. Or just a Rage
It
Blade.
has to do with even if you don't have items on the units, they still contribute a lot to your board, whether it's through traits or just their what they do. Like
Okay.
just because a unit is not itemized, it doesn't mean that frontliners are not always inherently like way more favored when you have no items. Like Quick Striker as a trait gives you damage, and then the damage that the units provide you, especially when you have a lot of frontline, you have more time for your backliners to just sit there and auto a lot.
Right.
And so you get a lot of value out of your Kindred when you have it on a board like this with Second Wind and Giant and Mighty. Like you want to basically leverage the fact that you have so much frontline, but like the added value of having a Braum 2 here is just so low.
Yeah. Okay. Let's say I did have the Kindred, it'd be Rage Blade Morello here.
I think it's
probably.
Rage Blade Visage, right? And the Rage Blade is good value, right? Because you have so much frontline that one item's gonna feel like 3 items by the end of the fight.
Okay. And then you're just willing to forego anti-heal?
Oh, we have no anti-heal yet.
I have no shred either.
You can go Rage. Yeah, it's probably Rage. Rage. What's the last? Not Visage now. Even Shroud. Yeah, Rage Even Shroud. I don't mind that. Did you get jumped on or first jumped?
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, he antied. Is this degree?
Lisa?
Is this? Oh yeah, this is degree. Who is this? I feel like I rarely see people anti, and I think I've seen degree do it a lot.
This
Do you
is
see?
Shisa. I don't know who that is.
No. She says that's a default name. That is a streamer mode name.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So you have to check in the match history, see who it is. But I guess I've been seeing degree play this a lot, and also play it with anti Diana. No, it was not.
I don't know.
Someone else.
Cookies? Like it's cookies.
Oh, it's cookies. Okay.
I said Shisa. That's
It just gives you a default name. So you can see Feather Knight, Cat. It's just names of the
Okay.
the tactician.
Okay. So if you're Diana, you just leave this side empty by default so that you could do this easily.
I've been moving last second into it. So I don't show that I'm anti when I do it. It makes it really annoying, but I don't like showing that I'm anti because I feel like it defeats the whole purpose.
Okay. And then, like we talked about, if I saw him doing that, I would move Shyvana over here and then
Carry
Park
one
back
X-Men.
one.
Yeah, I think so.
Although, do you still want strongest tank here then? Like, would it be better if I put the Wukong here or something? And then
But then
put
isn't
Tark
your
in
ramp
middle?
so fucked if there's melee on that side?
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
So, okay, if there is melee on this side, then Tark stays. If there's no melee, then this middle. Because otherwise, I'm like totally wasting these 2 Crown Guard value.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
All right, so I don't think we need to finish this game. It seems like the main issue is frontline backline balance. I mean, just even starting off in the first augment, like I wanted to be stronger in the mid game. I lost like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I said the
Oh,
HP
no,
is kind
2
of low
fights.
for this. I'd much rather be like 80, 90 and like slightly poorer here, just so I can like greed more 7 and then you can get more item. Like I guess you got two items, but you get the 3 plus backline item. I don't know. I just feel like the HP and like the way I'd want to play the 5 into 7 build is a little different.
And then I think it was on 4-5 rolled down. Actually, it was 4-3 when I get savings account rock. I should be rolling down here.
I think so. Yeah, it's not very easy to know, but like actually it is because your board state was so bad on 4-2. There's so many 1-stars that I feel like it made sense to like plan around the 9 on 5-5 in expectation.
All right. So I think these are like the big ones. Anything else?
You could have considered the reroll line, but that's more like a knowledge thing.
Oh yeah.
I also don't know if I even truly would have slammed the QSS on 2-1. That's more of a line thing. I think I would have been because I didn't think that if I don't know the reroll line, I don't think that the QSS rod is like very strong into this line.
Okay, but now that I do know you're willing to slam QSS, right?
I think so. It's just
the open rod makes it so you're splitting your items across the.
Yeah, the items are split, and then I also the items are so whatever for the line like QSS rod that I feel like that spot looks like an open into Diana spot, and I would want to wait on the augment. Like rod cloak weak to me just is like I'm like Diana if I get a good augment for Diana.
Okay. No, it was rod cloak.
Glove. Obviously, you'd have to open for bow, but like I feel like that's what I would try to do anyway.
Okay.
And then I think savings account would be good for the
Right.
Sorry, savings account or advanced loan. I'm not really sure which one's better. I actually think it's possible advanced loan is better because sorry, but when I said savings account, I meant advanced loan. I think advanced loan is way better because it allows you to roll for Bard and then not pay a big cost and then
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
usually
you can
when
roll
it
for
goes
real.
savings account, it's hard to roll for Bard, right? You're delaying your cash out.
You're not gonna roll for Bard and then you can't roll for Leona. Yeah, it's not savings account.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You got like 30 minutes to do some TFT dojo?
Yeah, sure. Who are these doing this? Which shipper are these? Oh, this is truly anonymized stuff now, right? This
Yeah,
is
now it's truly anonymized. Especially because I'm
Okay.
gonna publish this instead of just doing it over private.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, and these are just T1 players.
Yeah, T1.
Cool.
Set
Okay.
16 T1. And this is from a few days ago. But I imagine the meta hasn't changed too much except for like maybe Graves. We got prior to I assume we're gonna roll for Ishtal and Bard. 1, 2, 3.
Let me see. Sorry, I'm stumbling a bit because I'm getting. Okay, yeah, I kind of want an like our items are scuffed. Like I kind of wanting to play weak anyway. We have 2 out of 3 ish still. Yeah, we're gonna roll. So
I think
let's
we should have scouting info now. Oh wait, maybe not. Maybe the streamer didn't scout.
okay.
So I mean, this could be good. If do you ever just take this and roll for Kiana right away?
You, I will say I haven't played like a shit ton of Ishtal because I feel like every time I see it, I just get rage bait about all my quests.
I feel
I get
like
upset.
I feel like Broseph loves Ishtal so much.
Yeah, I'm probably underplaying Ishtal. I mean, like I feel like the few times I've angled it, I just get really upset with my quests, and then I just go or just like don't even play it anymore. It
Gotta
probably is 3 into it's definitely not 2 because you don't want to throw away your 2 out of 3. So I'm going
yeah.
to roll 2 sure, and then it's probably just 3. Yeah, I think this is correct. 3. Yeah, it's 3. I'd probably sell everything, make 1 econ, and then roll on 2. I think is what I would do.
Sell everything, make econ roll on 2-2. Okay.
Can you make econ? I'm not sure if that makes it econ, but I would still try to roll on 2 because
Yeah, 2-2 you should be able, or 2-1 you should be able to make econ.
2-1. If you want to make econ and then roll 2-2, yeah, that's what I would do for Kiana and Bard.
And then assuming you hit Ishtal, you're playing for Brock. You slam adaptive most likely. Go units.
Oh, I wouldn't slam.
Or
I
okay,
don't think
you're trying to lose, but most likely your first item slam is that because I think adaptive also lets you like a bunch of the quests. Like there's the ADA
armor.
or the armor MR one, which I think this fulfills both, and then there's like the one where you want to deal damage to units, so like it lets you flex Milio and Nico for like both those quests.
I would be very hesitant to slam. Like, if I'm full selling my board, so if I sell literally everything except Nico and Milio, I'm already expected to be super weak the whole stage 2 and 3, right? And so in those spots, I maintain flexibility over like saving 1 HP.
Okay, yeah, I guess
And so I'd rather sit on the components. I'm still thinking about like what line am I playing, and I don't think you're allowed to commit Brock before seeing like a bunch of at least the way I play it still is like it's scary to commit to Brock when you have like no knowledge of your quests yet.
I see.
Like
Okay,
what if your next quest is some garbage?
I'm
Then your
pretty
line is screwed.
sure Broseph is so confident in his Ishtal play, like he sees this spot and 100% he knows he's gonna unlock Brock.
With Titanic Titan.
Yeah, I'm like
Maybe I can believe I feel like I've seen people play this way as well.
I'm highly confident that that would be his response.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, maybe
By
he
the
doesn't
way,
know as well as.
I posted my coaching session with him yesterday, and we did a deep dive into the Ishtal quest, so if that might be helpful for you.
Okay, yeah, it probably is. It probably will be helpful for me.
All right, so yeah, we're good with this.
Yeah.
And then with the glove, open. I assume like maybe you don't slam right away, but when you do, I assume it's adaptive. And then with the glove, if you are playing towards Brock, you're probably slamming like an IE or Hodge.
Yeah, I feel like I would just rather just take sword and then just sit on the adaptive. Like I would rather just not even make that adaptive like ever, and
Yeah.
just try to make them like all 3 Brock items, and I would just make it like make the items way later,
Okay.
as opposed to like save like 1 HP.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, we got component
Okay.
anvils, unlock bilge. Not this.
It's not that. It's not.
Not this.
Oh, what? I would roll middle first.
Okay, start.
Yeah. We're unlocking a Graves too. Wait, why are you insta rolling 1? generally. I
Because
think one in this spot it's not that good. Yeah, but
my thought
I
process is
thought
we
that
already have a bunch of items, and so the items are less valuable. But I guess we could play now. Now that I'm aware that we can play towards graves, then that's not necessarily true. Like reroll variant. I mean,
I don't think that because you have a lot of items are less valuable. We have how many here? We have one,
we got
two.
component anvils.
It's only two more, right? Like these are only items. Like these are items by way later into the game. This gives you like what, four items total. I think is it four? One now and then three eventually. Three more. Woven magic. Oh, max three. Wait. Yeah. So total four. It's very delayed in value. Right? So I value this augment in some spots. Probably not in this one because I don't have many casting items.
I assume with this you want to have like a mana casting item, but then
Yeah,
what are
ideally,
you
yeah,
playing
casting.
into with
The thing is,
mana?
yeah, this patch it's a lot less of a thing.
Like the only one I can really think of is like a tier RE like Ionia gold or XP one.
Yeah, I guess Rage Blade. Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably very hard to ever collect this nowadays. But that being said, I wouldn't have rolled it over two here. But now it's
Okay.
probably just
What
two,
was
and you
two?
just
I forget.
um
I
I
could
forgot.
just refresh.
So.
Oh, solo leveling.
Yeah, and you don't have Kiana upgrade or items for her really. Yeah,
Okay,
and
but
now probably just
given
tempo stars are
yeah,
born.
just graves.
Yeah, I don't know if I play the reroll line. I guess you could, but you don't have Lawi even. So like, I'll probably just play around tempo graves and figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 for 2. More accurate than when we tested this the first time.
Let's see. But I thought you didn't like the term accuracy.
That's true. Okay, we're more we're more aligned.
Portal anvils. Okay.
Okay, I assume we're just not showing that right now, so that's probably a bug.
Okay.
Oh, we got scouting info now.
Nice.
Oh, not
Some
full
scout.
scouting.
He scouted some people, not everyone.
Yeah.
So
What
you Ash
is this?
mean, there's rolling one for sure. I'm not playing as well a pivot here. Oh, it's not Augment just too good. You just I feel like it's
roll
a default one
for
here.
roll for void, or just any bard. Like if you hit Draven or Vayne, that can work too.
Yeah. It's just a good augment because the item is so good. I'd roll three, and then now I'm not sure. It depends on. Can we see void mods? Probably not, right?
No, right now. This guy has one void, probably not though.
I think the augment is too good. The Rage Blade one that you get a free roll here.
Yeah. I guess
Oh,
if in the middle one, if the lobby was a lot weaker, well, I guess even in that case, this would be better too, right?
The one thing I will say is having anvils makes one a little less appealing because a lot of the value in the Rage Blade is like being strong and then also having a Rage Blade. But if you can already get it with your anvils, I feel like two here into Diana sounds playable. Can we get the board again? Sorry, it looks it's super weak, right? Yeah. And then can we see other people's spots again?
You pick two, you're still rolling for Bard, right?
Yeah.
Lobby, I feel like it's medium strength. This guy's strong, and I guess it's really only that guy.
I feel like I'm too into Dan here. Yeah. I would imagine that one is what's most often clicked, but I would prefer two here because of the anvils and I already have Rage Blade.
Okay, if we pick this, I assume we're rolling for Bard and some Rage Blade holder.
Yeah, but I just don't like that spot because it's like I think projected we're weakest. We're close to weakest in lobby, even with that take. But I could be wrong.
Right. So it would be this if you already had a Rage Blade holder.
Yeah, if I was slightly stronger. The board is just stronger in general. Yeah.
Okay. What? They picked worth the wait. They want. Oh, maybe they want to play Caitlyn. You have 3 outs, right?
I don't believe it. I don't know which tier 1 player this is, but I Can't say I agree with this take.
I mean, you get any of the casters, right?
Yeah, because we're really happy to play into T-hex with bow chain. No, this guy's trolling. No, I don't.
Is there
understand.
actually no
We're
way?
so
Like,
bad.
you could play this into Void, right?
Can't
Okay.
really. We don't even
Okay,
have. We don't even
trolling.
have a second void.
Do you roll for Bard if you're playing into Kate? Let's
You're
say
playing
you
the
hit
Kate?
one of. Let's
Oh,
say
if
you
you
hit
take
one of
Worth the
these.
I don't even think the spot is good when you hit these with Worth the Wait because you're gonna be taking AD items, and then so like you can't even tempo with them. I don't quite understand even what you would do. I feel like Worth the I'm yeah the value of Worth the Wait I feel like is getting the I guess you're just playing it as raining gold and you just play towards TX anyway, but I feel like the spot is just not a TX spot. Like your bow chain. I want to see like more TX components to play it.
Although to be fair, I don't think anyone here is playing Caitlyn. Yeah, no, except maybe this guy, but probably not. So just poor
I
man
mean, okay,
econ,
I will say if we didn't have
uncontested.
other options that felt clickable, I don't mind this as like a last resort line. But I don't think that these other options are like these other options are pretty good, I think.
Yeah. But it's uncontested TX. And we
I'm
have two
not that.
component anvils, right? So we can get reasonable items.
I feel like if we had more items for it, I'm down. But like worth the wait blind, like not seeing what we're even getting, and then like no components, I'm not a fan, but
Okay.
it's fine.
And actually, Jarvan is a hit too, right?
Is he? Are you sure?
For this line? Like, is it,
Eat Jarvan?
no, not eat Jarvan. It's you just, I mean, a 3-star Jarvan's pretty good, right?
Oh, just have him on the board. Mm. I feel like if you don't hit mining drill here, you're no econ. The likelihood we get to 3-star Kate and then get the 2-star TX is so low.
If you hit one of these, okay, yeah, agreed on Jarvan. If you hit one of these, though, then you just tempo, right?
You will try to tempo, but you're guaranteed mixed streak, right?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be IE Sona or IE Anivia. So I don't feel like you're gonna have that much. I feel like you don't have much tempo in any of the hits, even on Caitlyn hit. You'll have a lot of gold is what'll happen in the Caitlyn hit, but like because the board's also so bad, right? At the moment. Is it? Alright, I guess you have a Ilawi pair. It's not horrible.
Yeah. That's not what I would do. I'm just trying to justify this person's decision.
Yeah. I don't understand it.
Okay. All right, Reckoner Arena.
Okay.
Raven gives you gold. We don't know what
Leona.
Ionia.
Leona Bow Cloak.
Oh,
I mean, isn't
yeah.
this guaranteed? Oh, is that a 2-star Jin on the board? I can't.
Yeah,
I can't
it's a
see.
2-star Jin on bench. I assume Ionia is good because everyone's holding Ionia.
Yeah, everyone's holding Ionia. One void.
Okay, not this one. Probably not this. When are you ever taking this?
Oh, I
Yes,
feel
you
like
could.
9 lives into Diana is
Oh,
not
into
horrible.
Diana. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's. I probably wouldn't take 2 because I don't like this without econ augment. I think I would play Diana here. I guess you have a Jin too though. But we don't have no front line. I see a front line. Yeah, we have no front line. I guess you have a Leona. Oh, you could Kraken. You could Kraken. You
I
get one
assume you
more
like
void.
9 lives better than Living Forge for Diana.
Yeah, I think it is. I think you take Living Forge, you have no gold the whole game. You're just no econ. You're just dead.
If
I don't like. buried or living here because what's gonna happen is like our board is not projected to streak in my mind. Like here, our board is projected to be at you. If you try to play this as a tempo, you're gonna win like 3 or 4 rounds, and then you're gonna fall off stage 3.
If
And if
it's
we take non-econ here, I feel like it's scary.
gold Ionia, are you more willing to take this and roll for Bard and like upgrades on 2-3?
If I had more Shens, I think so. But with 0 Shen, 0 anything, I feel like I'm not down to tempo with this board very much. I think I would just take 3 and
Okay,
just play.
take this Diana.
Especially because Ionia is contested, right? Like I don't want to play into Ionia contest with no econ. Like I'm the one player with no econ. I'm just dead.
Right. Okay.
I would 9 lives into Diana here.
If you have Ash, it would be this. What about Yasuo?
Yeah,
But-
if I had Ash, I'm down. Yeah. If I had Ash, I'm down. I don't know if Yasuo's artifacts are very good. I think it's I thought it was just Scythe, but and DD maybe, but I thought that I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Scythe and it's only Scythe.
Yeah, just like everything else bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Diana. Oh. Living forward. That upward mobility. Living Forge into Diana still, probably.
Yeah, you could play it in Diana. I just don't like it that much because
Or you could
I don't
roll
understand
that-
how it's so hard to hit unless you had an econ augment on 3-2. It's hard to hit.
You can also
good.
flex on 2-3 with if you hit an Ash, right? Like if you hit RFC or any of the Tryndamere artifacts. We have QSS.
I've been more selective with my Tryndamere spots. I feel like for me the Tryndamere spots are more so about like having a Sedge orb and obviously having the Ash, but I feel like Tryndamere from like no econ, not an amazing portal, and no Ash copy, just based on your roll down is kind of. I guess you're saying you're flexing it, but
Yeah.
yeah, if it's only like a flex line here, then I guess it's not a horrible take, I guess. But
And Tryndamere and Diana pretty much can hold similar. Or I guess no, you're slamming QSS. If you slam Rageblade, then Tryndamere can just hold the items. And if you happen to hit a bunch, then you could just go that. Or I guess
you're
Mittens
saying
is the only one.
into Diana. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? Tryndamere into Diana? I haven't tried that. The thing is, that sounds hard to play because you're gonna hold this Leona the whole game. It's gonna be expensive, and then you're not gonna
Right.
streak. I feel like you're gonna be kind of weak.
Okay, so you think that Pengu took this with the intent of still Diana, and they just liked it better than 9 lives?
No, I think more people are willing to tempo here than I am. Like you could take this and I don't take Flicker or take some generic
Oh,
one and
okay.
try to play. You can
Bargain
maybe play
bow.
Yunara anyway from here. Play Ionia, but I don't like Ionia here because it's contested. You don't even have a single shin.
Okay. So either Tempo or Diana with this. This for sure Diana.
Yeah, and I think the value of Dynamite as well is that you get first pick in every card.
Right. They're Diana spot.
Yeah, open. This is Diana or T-hex. You have sword. You have 1 Kate. If you have a premium augment, you can play T-hex.
No scouting.
No scouts.
This do either.
Yeah, things we have no too costly odds, but you could. I don't like slamming very much in the spot, but okay, it's not salvage bin in the spot for sure. Or not for sure, but I don't like it very much in the spot. The thing is, slamming is we kind of want to open here, so it's probably just too much value into one of those other lines. Howling Abyss is a nothing portal, right? I would roll 1 here because I feel like 1 and 2 are almost the same thing. They accomplish the same thing, so I would roll this. Maybe I get Calc Loss here or like dupes or something.
I think I would take this. Let's see what's behind here. Oh, Calculus.
There you go. I would take 1. Yeah.
Pengu took this.
Yeah. The thing is, I view 1 and 2 as the same thing, basically. Well, like
Okay.
too much value and advanced knowledge, they accomplish the exact same thing.
Technically, this was our random generated augment, so it wasn't actually that.
Oh, it wasn't even yeah.
But it's exactly the scenario you talked about.
There are two I said calc loss, and what was the other one I said?
Trade sector.
I think trade sector is better. Epic is slightly better. I think there are many options that are better than too much value in advance.
The exception would be if we had more 2 costs, right?
I think dupes could also be better. You guarantee the Leona too,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
just open for both. Right?
Yeah. So this one, I guess it breaks even after 6 rounds. If you, around 6 rounds, if you have 4 2 costs, but we don't, so it's probably going to be like towards the end of stage 3 that it breaks even.
Yeah, and at that point, like, you also can't guarantee your streak, right? If anyone sees you have too much value, they can just open into you, and then you're fucked, and then you lose all your streak gold.
Okay. Yeah.
Whereas 2 allows you to play like true full open if you wanted to.
And you're just willing to accept the risk that the next one's prismatic.
Yes, because I think in EV compared to too much value, I think it's just they're about the same in my mind.
Okay.
It's lower. Gold
8%.
yeah, it's lower. Not on the low side.
I
I
just
feel like
gotta
too much
have-
value spot here is not even that. Yeah.
Scouting party +1. Oh, I don't know if he has that built in.
Oh, it's implemented. Fine. Oh, I wonder how it'll work then. Okay. Scouting party. Oh, with a good void here, scouting party actually can enable
Oh
void.
yeah, you just get
'Cause
triple
you can
econ.
find broken econ augments. Yeah.
Not this.
So I can see the bench again real quick. Can I see the bench again? Okay. Okay.
I want just open. We could go Diana as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. This is looks like a Diana spot. No, I'd roll that as well. Yeah, I'd probably just take one.
Left. Oh, they rolled left. And
I like one there. Whoa, I feel like rolling one is crazy.
they were willing to go with spoils, I assume.
That sounds wild to me because your board is so bad.
Yeah. Agreed. Oh, you know what? It's probably because of the +1 augment reroll.
Scouting party, they probably saw other options behind. Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
They saw
Yeah,
other
so it's a
options.
bug. It's a bug with this.
Okay.
Another Diana.
Ionia, can we see the Ionia, Leona? Oh wow, this opener is so flexible. Can we see the other people's spots if they scouted?
8.
Kate, one Kate, Bilge, Slayer.
This could also be, or Diana.
Yeah, strong opener, Void. Ionia, Bilge,
8.
Kate.
What
What was
Rage Blade?
the seventh player? What was their items? Rage Blade.
Lots of Rage Blades. So Diana's probably gonna be contested.
Really? Is that true? Wait, why is Diana contested?
This guy could go slam Diana,
Oh yeah, this guy could play it.
and this guy could play
And
Diana. I mean, less likely, I guess.
yeah, I don't think my
And
takeaway
this
here is that
guy.
Dan's.
This guy could also.
Oh
play
yeah,
Diana.
this guy. Yeah, you're right. Okay,
I think that's like at least 2 other players that could be playing Diana. But we
Yeah,
have the
you're
best spot for Diana, right?
yeah, because they have the Leona.
Well, if we can get a bow, it depends on what Ionia is as well.
Yeah. We also have 2 Bilge and 2 Kates. Oh, this is an interesting spot. I feel like it's everyone else made econ and we didn't. But it makes sense. It makes sense to hold all of these because these holds are really good.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like one here.
Yeah.
I'll roll one first. I kind of like one. I kind of like
You like
one.
what?
I feel like our spot is going to be good.
Oh yeah.
No matter because we have so many lines. This is not +4. It's like I think it's +2 or 3. I feel like because we have so many lines to play, the likelihood of the augment is going to be good. for any of the lines is like not that low.
Right. And then we can
True.
use this 4 gold to roll for Bard.
Yeah. I don't hate 2, but I feel like I would
I feel like I would pick 2 over.
Destiny or Buffet. Yeah, I think that's correct.
Oh,
I think I like 3 over 2 because that can give us Ishtal, can give us another Leona, can give us GP. Yeah, another Leona, Ishtal, or GP. I feel like those are all good.
I feel like I would
can give us
take.
Loris, 8. I just like the direction from 3.
Okay. I think if it were me, I would probably take this and just go force Diana. Assume it's still left. You like
I think I would.
right over left?
I feel like I would choose depending on my mood, but I think right now I think I prefer 1.
They took component buff.
I wonder what they played here.
I assume force Diana,
Yeah, maybe.
but wouldn't you want gold?
It is a gold opener, right? So there's some
Oh,
logic though.
yeah.
You're already like fairly rich in that sense. But given that we said Diana is so contested, I feel like it's not like that premium of a Diana spot. It's just whatever.
What else would you go here? I guess you could just stay in Ionia.
Yeah, you could roll in 2-3,
Oh.
right? You could roll 2-3 and then decide based on. They can also just be. I don't hate
Could be
Component
Kate.
Buffet here. It's like you could like you could like roll and then figure it out, right?
Yeah.
And then you don't slam anything. You just roll, figure it out on 2-3.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's a big cost. You have to hold your whole bench on 2-1 and 2-2, or you don't have to, but like you're incentivized to.
Okay, these are really old now. Okay, we can just wrap up there then. This is
Okay.
from like a week ago.
Cool.
What do you think of this round of? I guess now that we have scouting info.
It's interesting because now I feel like when we did it last time, the meta was less converged. I feel like I feel like less open to other. I don't know why. Like I feel like I was scrutinizing most people's decisions here, which doesn't feel ideal. I feel like I would much rather be in a spot where I'm like open to like, oh, this is why they took this or this is why they could. But I feel like because I've played so much of this patch, I feel like I have more conviction in my thoughts and what I'm thinking. And seeing like people diverge from that, I end up feeling more judgy even and less learning, which is like super suboptimal. I'm
Right.
wondering why that is the case. I think it just has to do with the timing of the patch. So
Okay.
maybe it's just a learning for me of like be a little more open in some ways, and also probably this is way more useful like at the start of a patch when I'm more lost.
Yep.
Let's see. I do think the scouting info is really useful.
Yeah.
It would also be really nice to know what the person played, which you can get, right? Like you just
Yeah.
show their end.
Yeah, but then I think we talked about that, right? Like it can let
Oh,
people,
that would de-anonymize. That would de-anonymize.
yeah, and then people can also figure out what they finish, and then the whole augment stats stuff.
Oh, you don't have to. I would imagine if you didn't show the placement, and if you just showed like, if you don't show either the placement or even the exact board, you just show like, if you had some algorithm to know based on their final board what comp that is.
Yeah, like maybe we could just
It's still
show
de-anonymized. You
the
show it's Dan. You literally show they play Dan.
yeah, maybe just show like the units that are itemized or something, and then it's clear like what they
Yeah.
like.
And don't even show the exact items. You just say these are the units that are itemized. They each had 3 items, and that's it. Because if you show the items, you can kind of infer who it is, right? But if you just show, if this game was Diana 3 items and Harry 3 items, and you just show 3 question marks, no one will de-anonymize that, and it is a lot of info, right?
Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah, that would be super valuable. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and you can also not even show the placement if you're trying to avoid stats, right?
Yeah. All right. By the way, we're gonna open up the next round of testers if you want access. I can hook you up.
Oh, I'm down. Yeah.
Sounds good. That's all I got then.
Awesome. Good session as always.
Yeah.
Hope
When's
you
your next
are able to hit your thing, your
yeah,
500 LP snapshot.
yeah, thanks. I'm hoping I can get there before next week, but otherwise maybe we could do another coaching session. If well, I guess depending on what your schedule looks like next week.
Yeah, no, I'm probably down. I think I have a tournament next Friday.
Okay, that's gonna be a new patch.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
I think it's like a day after the new
oh
patch.
that's crazy. And then there's probably gonna be like a patch or B patch too.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I at this point just whatever. Like this is how they choose to time their premium pro circuit tournaments with their patch schedule, whatever. It's
Right.
fine.
Well, then this will be really useful for you then for training in the very start of
Yeah,
the
yeah, and new patch stuff, yeah, for sure, for sure. The thing is, it will be, but it's not going to come early enough because we're going to be playing on PPE, right? And
Oh
so
yeah,
that
yeah,
is the issue.
yeah. That's true.
I guess
Okay.
you could scrape this. This is from streams, right? So you could get it from PPE.
Oh
streams,
yeah,
I
that's
guess.
true. Yeah, yeah, definitely. We did do some PPE before the set was launched.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we can definitely do. All right. I will
Cool.
DM you then, and then we can go from there.
Sounds good. All right.
All right. Happy New Year.
Happy holidays, man. Happy New
Yeah.
Year.
Talk to you later.
Catch you later. Peace.